What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, we went 8-6 in the MLB today. So day, 8-6, but we did go 2 games over 500, so that's good. But we gotta do better. We do gotta do better. 2 games above 500 is good, but not excellent. We want excellent picks here. So let's try to do better, and starting it off, we have the San Francisco Giants going to Washington to face the Nationals. The Giants won today. They did win against the Nationals. And the pitching matchup for this game is Alex Wood for the San Francisco Giants and undetermined for the Washington Nationals. I'm going to go with the Giants here. I think they take the series from the Nationals. This is a 3-game set, so they're going to take the first 2, so they're going to win the series. All right, so I'm going to take the Giants in that game. So next game, we have the Cleveland Guardians going to New York to face the Yankees. The Guardians come in at 7-6, and the Yankees come in at 8-6. The first game of this series was won by the New York Yankees. The pitching matchup for this game is Cal Quantrill for the Cleveland Guardians and Nestor Cortez for the New York Yankees. I'm going to take the Yankees here to take the series from the Guardians. I think they will win and take the series. This is also a 3-game set against the Guardians and Yankees, and I think the Yankees will win again and take the series. Next up, we have the Rockies going to Detroit to face the Tigers. It's a double header because today's game got rained out. Rockies at the Tigers. The last series for the Colorado Rockies, they won their series against the Phillies. They won 2-1 against the Phillies. And for the Detroit Tigers, they lost 2-1 versus the New York Yankees. And the pitching matchup for this game is Antonio Senzatella for the Colorado Rockies and Tariq Skubal for the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to go with the Rockies here. Like I said in yesterday's pick'em video, I had the Rockies winning this game. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates going to Chicago to face the Cubs. The Pirates won the first 2 games of this series. They did win. This is a 4-game set, so the Cubs are looking to get a game here and hopefully earn a split against the Pirates, but the Pirates won both games here. Game number 1 and game number 2 they won. And the pitching matchup for this game is Zach Thompson for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Kyle Hendricks for the Chicago Cubs. I'm going to go with the Cubs here. I think they do get a game against the Pirates here, and I think they win this game. Next up, we have the Chicago White Sox going to Minnesota to face the Twins. The White Sox come in at 6-7, and the Twins come in at 6-8. The White Sox have lost 5 in a row, so they're looking to get back on track here against the Twins, although they're running into a very hot pitcher right now in Dylan Bundy. For the White Sox, pitching is Vince Velasquez. The Minnesota Twins won game number 1, and I think they will win game number 2 and take the series from the White Sox. This is also a 3-game set. All these games are a 3-game set except for the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. That's the only 4-game set, so the rest of the games are all 3-game series. So I'm going to take the Twins here in this game. Next up, we have the Brewers going to Philadelphia to face the Phillies. The Brewers come in at 8-6, and the Phillies come in at 6-8. The Phillies took the first game today. They did win against the Brewers, and the pitching matchup for this game is Adrian Hauser for the Milwaukee Brewers and Zach Wheeler for the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm going to take the Brewers to even out this series at 1 apiece and win this game on the road in Philadelphia. Next up, we have the Texas Rangers going to Oakland to face the Athletics. The Rangers come in at 4-9, and the Athletics come in at 8-7. The Rangers won the first game of this series today. They did win today against the Athletics. And the pitching matchup for this game is Martin Perez for the Texas Rangers and Frankie Montas for the Oakland Athletics. I'm going to take the Athletics here. I think they even out this series against the Rangers. I think they do get a game here against the Rangers and even out this game at 1 apiece. Next up, we have the St. Louis Cardinals going to Cincinnati to face the Reds. The Cardinals come in at 8-4, and the Reds come in at 2-12. The Cardinals won the first game of this series. They did win it. The Reds come in losing 10 in a row, and the pitching matchup for this game is Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals and Tyler Mahle for the Cincinnati Reds. Guys, the Reds have lost 10 in a row and they're due for a win. So I'm going to take the Reds here. I think they pound on Dakota Hudson. His ERA is 7.71. That's pretty high. And I think the Reds will win this game and finally get back in the win column. Yep, I think the Reds will win this game. Next up, we have the Blue Jays going to Houston to face the Astros. The Blue Jays come in at 9-5, and the Astros come in at 6-7. The Blue Jays won the first game of this series. Yeah, they did. And the pitching matchup for this game is Alex Manoah for the Toronto Blue Jays and Jose Urquidy for the Houston Astros. I think the Astros even up this series at 1 apiece and win this game at home. Next up, we have the Boston Red Sox going to Tampa Bay to face the Rays. The Red Sox come in at 7-7, and the Rays also 7-7. The Red Sox won the first game of this series today. They did win the first game. And the pitching matchup for this game is Garrett Whitlock for the Boston Red Sox and JP Feyereisen for the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm going to go with the Red Sox here. I think they take the series from the Rays here on the road. Yeah, I think they do take the series from the Rays. I think they will win this game on the road in Tampa Bay. Next up, we have the Colorado Rockies going to Detroit to face the Tigers. This is the second game of the doubleheader. This is game 2. And the pitching matchup for this game is Austin Gomber for the Colorado Rockies and Bo Brieske for the Detroit Tigers. This guy's a rookie, Brieske. He's getting his first start in the majors, I think. Yeah, because see, he has no record and no ERA. And I went to check his stats, and yeah, he's a rookie. So good luck to him, but I think the Rockies win again. I think they will make that rookie miserable and win that game. Next up, we have the Miami Marlins going to Atlanta to face the Braves. The Marlins come in at 5-8, and the Braves come in at 7-8. The Braves took the first game of this series. They did win today. And the pitching matchup for this game is Eliezer Hernandez for the Miami Marlins and Ian Anderson for the Atlanta Braves. I think the Marlins even up this series at 1 apiece and get a game here against the Braves. I think they win this game against the Braves on the road in Atlanta. Next up, we have the New York Mets going to Arizona to face the Diamondbacks. The Mets come in at 11-4, and the D-backs come in at 5-9. The Mets won the first game of this series, although they did blow a lead. They blew a 5-2 lead. I was not happy about that. I was really upset. 5-2 lead going into the 8th inning, I think. Yeah, and then May came in and he gave up 2 runs, and then Edwin Diaz, being Edwin Diaz, gave up a home run, and then we won in extra innings. But yeah, so we got to get better in the bullpen there. But yeah, the Mets won the first game of this series, and the pitching matchup for this game is undetermined for the New York Mets. I think Tyler McGill will pitch this game. I'm not sure, but it's to be determined. We don't know. And Humberto Castellanos for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think the Mets win this game. Call me biased, but I think the Mets will get it done against the D-backs. I think they will win. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers going to San Diego to face the Padres. The Dodgers come in at 10-3, and the Padres come in at 9-6. The Dodgers won the first game of this series. They did win today against the Padres. And the pitching matchup for this game is Tyler Anderson for the Los Angeles Dodgers and Yu Darvish for the San Diego Padres. I'm going to have the Padres even out this series. I think they will win because I like Yu Darvish, even though that ERA is pretty high. I think he will bounce back here against the Dodgers and have a good showing and win this game. Yeah, I think the Padres get it done. Next up, we have the Baltimore Orioles going to Los Angeles to face the Angels. The Orioles won the first game of this series. They did win today. The Orioles come in at 5-9, and the Angels come in at 8-6. The pitching matchup for this game is Spencer Watkins for the Baltimore Orioles and Noah Syndergaard for the Los Angeles Angels. I think the Angels bounce back here against the Orioles because I like Noah Syndergaard on the mound. He's 2-0, and look at that ERA, 1.59. So I think the Angels will win this game at home. And the final match for the day, we have the Kansas City Royals going to Seattle to face the Mariners. The Royals come in at 5-7, and the Mariners come in at 8-6. The Royals come in losers of 2 in a row. They did lose today against the Mariners. The Mariners took the first game of this series. And the pitching matchup for this game is Chris Bubic for the Kansas City Royals and Matt Brash for the Seattle Mariners. I'm going to take the Mariners here. I like the Mariners here to get it done at home. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit me the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.